Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Curse of Oak Island preview. The team is set to finally learn what's at the bottom of the garden shaft. The Curse of Oak Island sees the team finally reach the bottom of the garden shaft, and Rick Lagina leads an expedition to explore Templar Knights caves in Italy. This week, the Dumas Mining Company will finally reach the bottom of the garden shaft, at about 82 feet. The guys have been waiting impatiently for this moment, and they'll be hoping for a major breakthrough in the coming days. This team has been restoring the old timbers to rehabilitate the shaft. The guys had initially thought the shaft was a 19th century searcher shaft, but carbon-14 dating revealed it could be much older and may be the work of the original treasure depositors. So far, they've not uncovered any hidden treasure or secret offset chambers, but they are still picking up a lot of gold and silver signatures in the wood. These not insignificant levels of precious metals were enough to make Oak Island historian Charles Barkhouse declare in a preview that the garden shaft is where the real money pit could be. It seems as though Dumas won't be taking a break and will continue to dig down, and perhaps outwards too. It's completely uncharted territory. Marty Lagina summed up the team's situation with a Star Trek reference, stating, "So we're about to boldly go where no one's gone before." Oak Island team explores Templar caves in Italy. Meanwhile, Rick Lagina and a few of the other guys will be arriving in Italy, where they'll meet up with Oak Island theorist Corjan Mol and researcher Emiliano Sacchetti. Corjan and Emiliano have long studied the links between the medieval order of the Templar Knights and Oak Island. The Oak Island guys will explore the extensive cave system beneath the town of Camerano, near Osimo on the Adriatic coast, caves long associated with the Templar Knights. Last week, Emiliano showed the guys a map of the caves, which appeared to show an underground chamber in the exact shape of the 14th century lead cross. And tonight, viewers can expect the team to find a compelling connection between these Italian caves and Nolan's Cross. This is bound to add fuel to the theory that Templar Knights traveled to Oak Island in the 14th century to bury ancient Christian relics and treasures. The History Channel episode synopsis helps confirm all of the above. Reading: The North Atlantic winter is quickly approaching, but the stars are aligning for the Fellowship of the Dig when the swamp reveals more of its secrets, and a trip to Italy provides a shocking new insight into Nolan's Cross. Season 10 of The Curse of Oak Island is coming to a close. The team has now started making repeated references to the weather closing in. This means the season only has a few more episodes left. The harsh Canadian winter makes work on the island extremely difficult beyond a certain point, and as the guys rapidly approach that point, they'll be hoping for some kind of a breakthrough. Fingers crossed, folks. The History Channel is expected to air 25 episodes this season, meaning there are another 3 episodes after tonight, with the final airing on May 16. The winds whispered secrets across the island, as they had for centuries. On Oak Island, a place shrouded in mystery and legend, the team stood on the cusp of a revelation. The garden shaft, a notorious enigma that had long taunted explorers with its promise of hidden treasures, was about to reveal its secrets. For years they had dug, deciphered, and persevered, their spirits buoyed by the tantalizing hints of riches and ancient artifacts that lay just out of reach, but now the final chapter of their quest was at hand. Rick and Marty Lagina, the steadfast brothers whom had dedicated a significant portion of their lives to unraveling Oak Island's mysteries, gathered their team for what could be the most significant expedition yet. The garden shaft had always been an intriguing puzzle piece. Buried beneath layers of history and legend, it held the promise of something monumental. Some whispered of pirate gold, others of Templar secrets, and a few even spoke of the fabled Ark of the Covenant. The theories were as numerous as the years spent searching. Standing at the edge of the shaft, Rick felt a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The air was thick with anticipation. They had encountered many setbacks over the years, flooded tunnels, false leads, and treacherous terrain, but each challenge had only strengthened their resolve. The garden shaft had remained one of the most elusive targets. Every previous attempt to explore it had been thwarted by unforeseen obstacles. Today, equipped with the latest technology and renewed determination, the team was ready. Marty, ever the pragmatist, had ensured that their preparations were meticulous. Ground-penetrating radar had mapped the underground labyrinth with unprecedented accuracy. Advanced drilling equipment was in place, ready to carve a path to the unknown depths. A team of geologists, historians, and engineers stood by, each bringing their expertise to the table. The camaraderie among the team members was palpable. They were united by a common goal, a shared dream. As the machinery roared to life, the ground shuddered beneath their feet. The drill bit into the earth, inching closer to the secrets buried below. Each layer of soil and rock told a story, revealing glimpses of the island's storied past. Time seemed to stretch and contract, the hours blending into a singular focus. The garden shaft was no ordinary dig site. It was a portal to another time, another world. With each passing moment, the tension grew. The radio crackled with updates, voices tinged with a mix of excitement and anxiety. "We're hitting something hard," came the report from the drilling crew. Rick and Marty exchanged a glance, their hearts pounding. Could this be it? The barrier that had kept the garden shaft's secrets hidden for so long? As the drill broke through the final layer, the ground beneath them seemed to exhale, as if releasing a centuries-old breath. The team peered into the abyss, their lights cutting through the darkness. The garden shaft yawned open, revealing a cavernous chamber that seemed to stretch beyond the reach of their beams. What lay within was a tableau frozen in time, waiting for them to discover. They descended carefully, their steps echoing in the hollow silence. The air was cool and damp, carrying the faint scent of earth and history. The walls of the chamber were lined with strange markings, symbols that spoke of an ancient language, a forgotten lore. As they moved deeper, the beam of Rick's flashlight caught something glimmering in the distance. Gold? Jewels? The possibilities were endless. But it wasn't just treasure that awaited them. Among the glittering objects, they found relics of a bygone era, rusted weapons, fragments of parchment, and intricately carved artifacts. Each item was a piece of the puzzle, hinting at the island's rich and complex history. The team worked methodically, documenting each find with the precision of seasoned archaeologists. Then, in the heart of the chamber, they found it. A chest, ancient and weathered, its surface adorned with ornate carvings. It was the centerpiece of their discovery, the culmination of years of relentless pursuit. With bated breath, they pried it open. Inside, nestled among the treasures, was something wholly unexpected, a manuscript bound in leather and inscribed with a script that none of them recognized. The manuscript, more than the gold and jewels, was the true treasure. It held the key to the island's mysteries, a record of the secrets that had eluded them for so long. As they carefully lifted it from the chest, a sense of reverence washed over them. This was history in their hands, a tangible connection to the past. Back on the surface, under the watchful eye of the setting sun, the team gathered around a makeshift table. The manuscript lay open before them, its pages filled with cryptic symbols and illustrations. They knew this was just the beginning. Deciphering the manuscript would require time, patience, and expertise, but for now they allowed themselves a moment of triumph. The garden shaft had given up its secrets, but it had also posed new questions. What civilization had left these treasures behind? What was the significance of the manuscript? And how did it all connect to the broader mystery of Oak Island? As the first stars appeared in the twilight sky, Rick and Marty looked out over the island. They had come a long way, but their journey was far from over. The curse of Oak Island had challenged them, tested their resolve, and now, it had rewarded their perseverance. They were no longer just treasure hunters. They were custodians of history, guardians of a legacy that spanned centuries. In the days and weeks that followed, the manuscript would reveal its secrets, piece by piece. It would lead them to new discoveries, new adventures, and perhaps even new answers. But for now, as they stood at the threshold of a new chapter, they knew one thing for certain: the garden shaft had been worth every ounce of effort. The mysteries of Oak Island were closer than ever to being unraveled, and they were ready to embrace whatever came next.